Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, and the very first StarCraft 2 replay for this new channel that hasn't been cast on the other channel already. It's going to be Serral versus Time from the War Chest League that wrapped up just about last month. It's going to be Serral versus Time on Everdream, the latter edition. I figured Time put in a very impressive performance against Serral on the StarCraft 2 replay that I uploaded to my other channel. And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch that. And maybe I'll upload it here as well. Anyway, top right here, we have the world champion, Serral. And in the bottom left, it is Time, the Chinese Terran player. Who, let me tell you what, people, Time is one of the better Terran players at multitasking and just being everywhere at once and trying to kill a Zerg player in 100 different ways at the same time. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he drills, but he is seriously good at that stuff. And I'm really excited to see what he can do here against Serral, what he can show for the Terran race, what he's capable of accomplishing. So it should be fantastic. So yeah, please hit that subscribe button if you want to see the StarCraft 2 content from Falcon Paladin. This is the only place it's going to be starting today. Okay, starting today and forever. This is the StarCraft 2 channel. The other one is a Brood War channel. The algorithm didn't like that I was casting both StarCrafts and was giving me all sorts of grief in a lot of ways. So I hope you enjoy this one. I am very excited to have a StarCraft 2 dedicated channel. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Not much of a difference for me, to be honest, but still not a bad time either. That SCV was hiding. Because the SCV wasn't scouting out. The SCV was not seeing what was going on, whether it was a 12 pool or not, so it was hiding. And then decided to toss it down anyway. There's not a Reaper from Time here either. He's like, you know what I don't need is a Reaper. So what that means is Serral's going to waste 2 larvae on 2 sets of lings that are not going to do anything for him. Watch this. There you go. 4 lings, just automatic. You do it because you're not drone scouting. As Zerg, let me tell you what, never ever drone scouting. This means Time gets an early lead on his marine production. He's going to be able to get a drop out sooner than he otherwise would be. Got that reactor up fast, which just helps increase marine production incredibly well. And yeah, I think there's going to be a drop a little bit sooner than Serral might expect it, which can be nice. The lings are like, where's the Reaper? Is it a proxy or something? It could be a proxy. That's the other thing. He's entirely blind right now as to what's going on. So he's checking for a proxy with the lings. He's like, a proxy probably would have shown up by now. I would be in a lot of trouble, but is there a proxy starport or something I need to worry about? Nah, third base. Serral says, forget it. Let's just get a quick third. I mean, if there's not going to be a Reaper, I have to spend a lot of micro to defend against, then shoot. Let's get a third base up. Let's get that macro rolling. Let's get that drone count up to where it needs to be. And whatever the heck Time is trying to do to us, we'll be ready for it through the sheer macro. Is the whole concept. Yeah, there's your starport. Couple Hellions coming in from the now reactored factory. Marine production is continuing here. Natural base very well defended. Zergling trying to see, okay, so this is a 2-base play, right? Is he going to be able? He's going to be able to see it's a 2-base play. The Marines are not going to stop him from getting in here to see what's going on. He's not getting up the ramp or anything, but he definitely. Okay, so there's a second command center here. Wonderful news. This isn't some 1-base play of Times that I'm getting a third hatch for. That should be just fine. I'm going to make another round of drones here. I'm going to spread that creep to connect all my bases as soon as I can. Gonna expect Hellions, because it is, again, 2-base play. If you're not going to harass with the Reaper, you at the very least need to show up with Hellions. Or else Serral's just going to make a bajillion drones and murder you at 5 minutes. Or maybe 6 if he is feeling a little bit slow that day. He's already at 35 workers. Okay, he's at 35 workers at 3.5 minutes. You remember when they nerfed the larva production on hatcheries that Queens gave with the inject? It used to be 4 larvae, and now it's 3, and it's still insanely good. Like, I can't even... How did Zergs ever lose when they had 4 larvae added to the larva production for a hatchery with an inject? How? So see, this is traditionally about a 5.5 minute drop. This is a 419, 420, about a 430 drop coming in, which is really awesome stuff. All these lings getting massacred except for this one, who does make it inside the house. And oh no, he gets a perfect scout. Look at him. He's like, okay, yes, wonderful. Your tech lab's researching, so it's probably going to be bio. Oh, we did lose that. That sucks. And then he's just totally fine. He's totally ready for this drop. He has the Overlord in position to see what's going on. Got a handful of lings, and he's got a queen. The Hellions do try to jump in here and get some stuff done, but lings are ready to go. Queens are ready to go. I don't think any drones have died at all. No, just 4 lings one of those Lings was the Ling that ran into the main base of Time all the way in there, got a perfect scout off, and then got killed. Lair timing at 5 minutes here from Serral, really saturating up this third base, has a handful of Lings and Banes and Queens ready for pretty much anything that's going on here, and double engineering base solidifies the fact this is definitely bio. As though researching Stim wasn't enough to tell you. Oh, the drones getting in for the block. They can't quite get the body block. The drones are lining up. And 10 drones do go down to the YOLO Hellions, but again, you just ceded map control to the Zerg player. And this drop is getting some stuff done as well. They could probably kill this Queen if they want. The Queen does have to run out of there. Wow, really? 17 HP. Incredible stuff there. Drones, 14 drones down, and he gets to save this drop too. Not bad. This is what I'm talking about. Time. YOLO Hellions at the third, dropping in the main, killing 14 drones here in the first 5 minutes. Really doing some great stuff economically, and now he is busting into the lead in total income. Which, if you're there against a Zerg player, you're probably going to win. If you can consistently be ahead of the Zerg player in income, you're going to beat them. They need more income because they're less cost efficient with their units for the most part. Fourth base coming in from Serral here, which is why Zerg players have to have more bases to keep up with Terran players. It's because of the cost efficiency. Don't ya know? Anywho, what are we doing? 1-1 coming in from Serral for his melee units, which indicates probably Banelings, and definitely Lings and maybe Ultralisks in the future too. Gotta say, I like it. These creep queens are in a bit of trouble. Oh, is that a bit of lag? Sorry there. A bit of a lag situation. Just here, clearing creep tumors, making it really super annoyingly hard. Oh, he does force a cancel on that fourth. This is what I'm talking about. This is what Time can do. He can force Serral to cancel the fourth base, something he doesn't want to do. Simple as you do. Cancel the fourth base, land a third base of your own, get out of there. Serral takes the fourth along the right side, hoping it's a little bit safer from this roving band of miscreants that is Time's army right now. But there's your Spire. Okay, so Serral probably going Ling Bling Muta at this stage in the game. Centrifugal Hooks finishing up at 7 minutes. Really pretty doing all right for himself. 66 workers. Income is still favoring Serral at the moment, even losing those workers. That is how frustrating it is to play against Serral, is you can kill, 15 workers of his economy in the first 5 minutes, and then it seems like he's fine. Like, he didn't do anything, but tell me, it'd be worse. It'd be worse if he hadn't done those things. The Banelings do have speed, but you're doing off creep. The pre-split's good, but the surround is great as well. Trying to stand in and fight here, and you know what? He's got enough Marines. He's got a couple Hellbats in the mix. He's going to try to cancel this hatch as fast as he terribly can. Can't quite do it. Another round of Banelings coming in the stutter step. The target firing. Oh, pretty good there, actually. Nicely done. Really nicely target fired. Got an Overseer down this way, and yeah, Time is just pumping units out right now. He's trying to kill these Queens. The Queens are trying to kill the Medivacs. The Banelings are trying to kill everybody. That guy did not get a ride home. Holy crap, did he live? And he lived anyway. Wow. Okay, he's dead now. But he survived a situation he should not have. Time. Oh, the splits here from Time are just sick. They're honestly just disgusting. And this continued aggression makes me feel like something that Byun used to do. And Byun is still currently doing. He's back from military, baby. He's playing in GSL. He's doing awesome stuff. And he would just, this is what he used to do in Heart of the Swarm. He used to show up, and Wings of Liberty, and rather, Legacy of the Void too. He would show up on 3 bases and just constantly pump units out and destroy the Zerg players. The Widow Mines would get big hits. The Marines would trade efficiently. Gets a Queen there. I mean, any damage you can get is going to be good damage. There is a Widow Mine in the mix, which just means that you don't want to... Okay, big time hit there on the Widow Mine. It does die, though, and Serral's okay with that. It's got a 5th base coming up here. 4th command center being built on premises. Time really trying to keep the pressure up on Serral right now, as you need to do. Again, if you're a Terran player, you cannot sit back. You have chosen Terran. You have chosen to be aggressive. If you've chosen Zerg, you have chosen to be defensive. That is the optimal way to play this game. That is the way that Blizzard programmed it. I don't know exactly why. That's why they did this. But you know what? That's the reality with which we are faced. The mutas are out, which means the Medivac's days are just going away. The days of Medivacs being able to fly around freely and only 3 of them get killed are over. In the hands of Serral, the Mutalisks are just raging terror monsters. They are. He really wants to get this. Is that a Widowmine? Probably. Widowmine gets a connection over here. Overseer flies into just a group of Marines who are waiting for it, apparently. Concussive Shells finishing up for time, getting +2 infantry weapons, +2 armor. Infestation Pit in production for 10 minutes now from Serral. Loving that stuff. And the Mutas are trying to delay this 4th base a little bit, but enough Marines are on the ground. They don't really want to engage with it. This Changeling might wander down and try to be a Marine with all his other Marine friends, but for now seems happy to just be an anonymous blob with, like, hair coming out of it, which, again, disgusting. Marines do take down. Ooh, the Overlord at the top of the screen there. 174 to 172 supply. Time's macro is also insanely good. He's at 63 workers. His army supply is at 109. He's got a bigger army than Serral. He's defending very nicely. He's planetary fortressing up his 4th base, as you do. This group up this way, yeah, Serral's been hunting for them for a while, and they are not escaping at all. Hive in production. 3 more Mutas coming in. 20 more Zerglings. It takes a lot of micro to do this. Again, there are about 3 players on Earth that I trust with Mutalisks and keeping them alive. Raynor is on the list. He'll win by sacking Mutalisks in advantageous ways. Serral just keeps us alive for the most part, along with Dark and along with Rogue. So Raynor is a bit of a weird scenario there, if you ask me. Wings rolling in, getting a full surround on some of this bio. The other group is a lot more scary, so the Lings need to get out of there, and they do. This group coming up sees the planetary, says no. This group says, oh, that's a really nice hard wall that Time has set up here. You're not getting in there either, so that's a lot of dead Lings without a whole lot to just show for it. The Mutas are going to try to snow the Widowmine wasn't ready to fire. It doesn't really matter anyway. It was probably going to die, and enough bio to chase away the Mutas. And yes, you'll notice he gets 2 SCVs. Once he recognizes it's not a good place to be, he pulls out with his Mutalisk. That's all he has to do. Tissue regeneration will keep them alive for the most part. Adrenal glands coming in. 3-3 coming in from Serral for his ground units, his Lings, and his Banes. Which you're going to need to keep up with the 3-3 that Time is running with his infantry here as well. Bit of a stalemated situation there. Nothing too crazy. Mutas do catch a single Baneling explosion at the 3rd base of Time. 12 SCVs down. Nice Widowmine hit on those Banelings, though. Time. He needs a better SC. There's usually a supply depot wall here. He needs something that makes it so the Banelings can't just roll in and do whatever they want there. That is not good Sim City. Just kind of haphazardly toss those down. Those need to be a lot more deliberate if you're going to do that. +2 flyer attack coming in. Widowmine's going to get a hit. Oh, big time hit there. He tried to kill it, but no, could not. Could not kill it. 6 Mutalisks have gone down, but there are still 19 in the sky. I'd say the ratio makes a lot of sense here. Time is doing what Time does, which is macro hard, harass hard, defend well, and deal with Ultralisks, because Ultras are on the way. Serral's Ultralisk Cavern is in production at the moment. Drilling Claws coming in. Coming through the weeds. Very sneaky, hiding on the other side of the weeds and then jumping on the Terran army when they try to engage here. Widowmine's priority targets. And the Baneling bomb is toast. Woo! The Baneling bomb takes down the planetary fortress there. Mutalisks flying off into Nowheresville. Five SCVs go down. Seemed like it should have been a lot more SCVs. Time is kind of just getting picked apart here. Like, he's tried to do some damage. He has canceled the base, right? But he needs to do damage now because he's lost effectively 2 bases already. He's lost 20 SCVs, which is not ideal. The pre-splits here are great. He's going to keep pushing in. The Mutas are going to try to make sure the 4th base doesn't happen. They do cancel that. And maybe a free supply depot or 2, maybe a couple Marines. But again, even there, being very careful with it is Serral. He doesn't want to lose these Mutas. Even if it's against an inferior Marine army on the ground, he doesn't want to lose them. Banelings, off creeping it here. Not what you want to do if you're a Baneling. You definitely want to engage on creep, but it seems like Serral just constantly has enough. There's a Thor in the mix here, too. The Thor almost seems like it's not as much of an anti-Mutalisk weapon as it is like an anti-Baneling weapon here. I like it. It's, you know, attacking ground. It'll absorb a bunch of Baneling shots that otherwise would go to Marines and Marauders and does go down there. What the heck is killing more SC? Oh, my gosh. Slings just wandered in the third base of time. Just killed all of the SCVs that were present. All of them. The Mutas are trying to engage here. It's a pretty big Marauder army at the moment. None of those guys can shoot up at all. The Mutas are busy trying to clear out. Ugh, Widow Mines. They missed one, and the hatch goes down. So the Marauders do what they can. I think there's a Widow Mine hiding in there. There was a Widow Mine hiding under there. How did Serral see that? Serral target fired that Widow Mine when it was hiding beneath. Medivacs Ultras have joined the party here. And Time recognizes this little choke is going to be a hard one for Serral to engage through. So I can just sit back here, defend, and everything will be fine. 158 to 105 supply is not where you want to be against Serral. If you happen to beat Time, he's going to focus down the Ultras. Again, I am not a massive fan of Ultralisks. I'm looking at it. I'm telling you, I don't like them very much. And that's your good game. Serral comes out on top here in 16 minutes and 6 seconds. Wow. I mean, let me tell you what. That was one of the biggest replays in all of the War Chest League replay pack, and it was 16 minutes. Again, that just means so much action happened. It was the size of, you know, a 35-minute game from two lesser players. Time and Serral played it very well. But at the end of the day, you get one base canceled, you lose a planetary, you lose 43 SCVs, kill 15 drones, and 2 hatcheries. The math doesn't add up. Serral is just able to keep powering. He did lose 27 Mutalisks, though. I'm a little surprised by that. Wow, he lost all of his mutas? Hold up. He just had them a minute ago. Okay, so here's a bunch. Does he on? He's just like, everybody go. I don't care. I'm not microing or microing anymore. Oh, yeah. He just flies the mutas over and they all die. Okay, all right. And that's when Time taps out. I mean, yes, he recognizes his economy is garbage. He knows this is happening. He knows it's at 38 SCVs. But man, I mean, this is Serral retreating, and Time decides it's time to be done. Haha. The Time jokes. The Time jokes, they don't ever stop, do they? No. So anyway, that was a ZVT. So first ZVT of the channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I understand most of you clicked on this probably assuming it was a Serral win, but again, it's part of a war chest where there's a lot of games happening. It's not necessarily elimination games. Serral could have easily lost this and still been able to continue on and, you know, win some stuff here. But 91 Banelings down, 27 Mutalisks, 41 Creep Tumors, 1 Thor, 33 Marauders, 141 Marines. No Reapers, because no Reaper was made in this game. And at the end of the day, it's just too much. Too many Banelings, too many Lings, too much Mutalisk stuff. Just the Baneling bomb with the Mutalisks on the 4th base was huge. The ease with which Serral was able to bomb the 3rd base was a problem. I talked about that, but Time needs to clean that up for sure. And bam. That's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void on the new channel. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.